Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady from the University of Trials, here today to talk about the awesome Level Max DLC that was announced at E3 earlier today, my time, probably yesterday, day before for you guys, who cares. I'm not even going to play Trials in this video. I just wanted to give a quick recap, share some of my thoughts, because it was a pretty crazy announcement. For those who didn't see it now, I'm kind of kidding myself thinking that there's that many people that didn't see this video, but I'm just going to play it for you guys now, and yeah, you can check this out. This is crazy. So I'm just going to let this play out, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you about my view on this. Does that all make sense? Pretty solid overview of what's going to be included in the DLC. So here's the funny thing. I was actually, at 8 o'clock in the morning Australian time is when the Ubisoft Press Conference was going live. I completely failed to plan anything for this, so I ended up streaming it using the Bluetooth sort of speakers in my car while having the video running on down in the console somewhere, and I was just kind of driving along and I'm just like, I just have to listen for trial stuff, So anyway, this video comes out, so I think Aisha Tyler, awesome lady who I have met and absolutely love her. For the 2 seconds I met her, she was awesome, and she's best presenter at E3 by far, I think, and from Archer, so she's brilliant. She's come on, announced a couple of games with DLC. I think this is the second one. I can't remember what was featured before this. So anyway, I'm just like, yeah, cool. You know, is some Trials DLC going to come out? So I kind of listened for a bit, and I've glanced down at my phone, and I see these hooves, right? Those hooves you see at the start of the thing here. And instantly, I'm like, cool, I'm driving, I just switch off, I'll wait for the next thing. Driving. Nearly had an accident when I looked back down toward the end of it, where all this crazy stuff started happening. I'm like, hang on a second, This doesn't look like any other game that is there, and what other game would be crazy enough to feature this kind of stuff? So yeah, looked down, saw the logo come up at the end, freaked out, pulled over the car before I had a crash, and tweeted like crazy, telling everyone how awesome this was and just being an overall fanboy. The funny thing is, Inquisitor Finn and Blaze JP are both in LA at the moment. They are there, and they were in the front row as, I can't even remember the name now, I think Star Players, I think it is. They were in the front row of the Ubisoft Press Conference. Massive Trials fans. They didn't even know. I mean, they had no idea this was coming out, but I was talking to them on Twitter. They didn't even know that this was a Trials thing until the logo came up at the end, and everyone's just minds blown and said, what the hell did we just watch? So, I'm driving along in my car now thinking, well, this is, maybe it's a challenge, maybe it's and maybe I still don't know exactly what's going on. The cool thing is you can see right there, 14th of July is when it's going to come out, so we don't need to wait long, 4 weeks, and we should all have this thing. But here's where it gets really interesting. I kind of still thought the whole, I don't know, maybe I was driving, I got a bit distracted. So anyway, the next thing I do is get onto my phone, have a look, and the lovely guys at Redlynx, I probably should have centered that, there we go. Lovely guys at Redlynx, specifically Shifty Samurai, has put out an awesome little post. I'll put the link in the comments, and it basically goes through and talks about it. And then there's like screenshots now of a cat with a gun riding a unicorn that breathes fire over Trials jumps. New objects. One of the cool things, and I'm really stoked about this. Excuse me. Redlynx, I think it's Redlynx versus All Stars, where they've brought back the concept they had in, I want to say Trials HD. Yeah, I think it's a Trials HD concept where they actually got some of the best Track Central community generated tracks and actually brought them in as part of a DLC pack. it gives the track central tracks the same status as a Redlynx track, and I think here they're actually doing Redlynx versus All Stars. It's almost like a battle or a sort of a build off of some description. So from that perspective, I'm super happy. It gives a lot of attention to some really good track creators. They do some great work, and this is a really good reflection. So if you're one of, I think there's about 10 of those tracks. If you're one of those people, supremely awesome for you guys, because I'm really looking forward to who they pick and what tracks they do. So yeah, that was kind of my overview. And then, because of my lovely buddies at Ubisoft Australia put me on a mailing list that I get access to all the press kits before anyone else, I kind of went a little bit crazy on their download section and took everything I could, and I figured what I would do for you guys now, and this is how awesome, because I don't like editing my videos. I'm just going to play these back on my phone. You can have a look at these things. These are all the different pieces of artwork. So you've got the awesome Level Max logo there. We've got the Redlynx All Stars logo there. Excuse me. There's both an Xbox One and a PS4. I won't show you this. The cool thing is here, what it looks like they're doing is actually releasing a bundled pack now. So this is now Trials Fusion plus the Season Pass plus they're calling Unicorns and Cats, which is this sort of subsequent DLC thing. All of the patches that have been done, the donkey, the female rider, all of that stuff's all going to be included as well. And it looks like they're sort of re-releasing this now as a Awesome Max edition, which kind of makes sense. And for anyone who hasn't picked up the game, you absolutely should. I need to talk quickly because my phone goes off. Concept art, I got a few pieces of. This looks like a little world. It's sort of fractured down the middle, and I don't know if that's the same space before and after, so I don't know if that's a concept of different things through time, or maybe it was a graphic for something else. Unicorn plunging into the earth, as all cat unicorns do. This thing here, now I'm assuming this is obviously a throwback to some other games. So if anyone knows what this sort of is inspired by, let me know. It's lost on me. But there's something in the update from Redlynx about an adventure. Let me see if I can go back here. Yeah, trophies. Yeah, from 8-bit cat warriors to castle walls. Well, 8-bit cat. Oh, I'm so confused. This is the worst thing about these updates. You never know, and you just have to now wait and see what's going on. Anyway, we have 8-bit cats. And this, and I actually quite like this. This is the sort of concept art for the fire-breathing unicorn, which is crazy in itself, but it's actually really cool detail. Just going into, and I mean, I'm not an artist at all. I mean, I'm rubbish. And if you ever see me try and draw something up here, it's going to look shockingly bad. But the attention to detail that goes into some of this concept art, I think, is really cool. The different color options that they've talked about, purple obviously they went with, but yeah, kind of cool stuff. The next thing I want to talk about, logos are whatever. Let's go through screenshots. So this is where it gets really interesting, because as you can see, these are in-game shots of a cat with a gun on a unicorn riding Trials tracks. I seriously thought this was like a joke or something. And now look, I have the utmost respect for the Trials developers. Whatever this is, it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. It doesn't detract from the Trials franchise. It's not like this is like the new direction that they're just going to make horse games from now on. But it is going to be an awesome, an awesome thing. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show up some of these screenshots here. You may have seen these all. I pretty much tweeted all these out earlier today once I got access to them. And I could finally get work out of the way. But anyway, so yeah, just thought I'd sort of scroll through these really quickly. I mean, this is... you're riding a horse. I don't know what else to say. There is some cool tracks that you've got in here. Now, I'm assuming these are the Redlynx. Sorry, I'm scrolling through too quick. I'm assuming these are the Redlynx tracks and not the user tracks. But if anyone recognizes any of these and want to yell them out in the comments, go crazy. But I'm not sure if they've announced which tracks these are or if these are community ones or not. But in this one, I mean, if anyone that watched the what was it, the Fire in the Deep or whatever the DLC was with the lava, I love lava, and I love the color, like the lighting effects that you get. Oh, come on, you silly Android. The lighting effects you get in the on the bike and the lava and all everything else, it's just beautiful. And this one here is kind of cool. I mean, it almost looks like a throwback to the Limbo kind of one, but I'm sure it's inspired by something else. And that's yeah, different one as well. And this guy here, which again, I I like the depth and the background detail and environments like that. I think that looks kind of cool. So anyway, that was kind of it, to be brutally honest. I didn't really plan on going through too much. Like I said, I'm going to try and put this video out real quick. If you've got access to Twitter, I would suggest checking out Inquisitor Finn and the Blaze JP, as both of those guys are there as we speak. I do believe Auntie Ilvesolo, the creative director for Redlynx, is there as well. So if you check those guys out on Twitter, there was an incident with security recently where Auntie got in a bit of, well, Auntie was about to get people in trouble, and a few of the other people. I think Blaze might have done something a bit silly as well. So I'll get you to go and check out their Twitter feeds and see what those guys are getting up to. But it's always good fun. And I do think too, the Redlynx guys are going to be putting up a live stream, possibly in the next 40 minutes. I could be wrong. So by the time this is out, I'm sure you've missed it. But yeah, I'll be checking that out. And if there's anything cool, I'll bring it to you. But yeah, that was my little recap of E3. Crazy other stuff. I'm super happy just to be a gamer. E3 conference, all the press conferences we've seen so far have just been awesome. So many cool games, so many good things. But trials, more tracks coming, more DLC. Couldn't be unhappy about all of that. So let me know in the comments what you thought. Any comments at all, just yeah, let fly, and we'll have a bit of a chat. And if there's any more info that comes up, I'll share it with you. Cheers, guys.